There's a different perspective. Hey guys, my name is Bill and welcome to Bi-Weekly Request. If you want to know how your request could be reacted, check the Bi-Weekly Request rule down in the description box before you post your request. Today I have with me a username that I do not speak in that language. I think that's Arabic. Please let me know how do I pronounce your name. You requested for why I hate religion but love Jesus, Muslim version. Spoken word response. This is a sensitive video. Anyway, I'm not so sure of anything about religion stuff, so yeah, I hope you guys will be much more understanding to my reaction, and hopefully everyone has an open mind regarding this video. Before I begin the show, I'd like you guys to empty your mind and enjoy my weird ass reaction.
Look,
Jesus,
what if I told you there was something you were missing? What if I told you that Jesus doesn't really fit into your description? What if I told you that follower of Christ doesn't automatically mean Christian, and just because you believe in faith doesn't mean Jesus didn't believe in submission and conviction? Listen, you say Jesus was God.
I love that edit, and this guy is damn cute in rapping.
For Jesus was dependent. Our God is all great and cannot be comprehended. You say that God was murdered, or do you believe that he pretended?
Ooh,
see, God gave us brains.
There's a different perspective.
But I guess God wanted us to use them in everything else except for this topic.
Ooh,
it's like wearing a cross and proclaiming that you love Jesus, when if God was murdered on the cross really shouldn't please us. I mean, would you be wearing an axe if it was used to chop your mother up into pieces? See, this is what happens when you believe in faith but fail to believe in reason.
Ooh.
See, we used to worship the Creator until Satan turned us to the creation.
Strike the balance, always strike the balance.
We began to worship the people and neglect the one who made them. We began to believe that God had died. But how could a God even be created? A miraculous birth, and therefore the Son of God was
even though I do not know how.
See, the creation of Jesus was easy.
All this
seemed to have forgotten that God says be, and it is, just like with Adam. A concept too complex for the church to merely fathom. But he was the creator of the universe, for all we know, even more. And so what if we can't see him? I mean, what you acting like our universe is small? I mean, there's still so much we still yet to explore. I mean, there's still so many things as human beings we still haven't seen, touched, heard, or saw. I mean, our eyes can't even handle the sight of the sun. So how can we possibly handle the sight of our Lord? See, Jesus used to pray, but in your opinion, who'd he pray to? I mean, if Jesus was God, surely prayer would be of no use. Or did he only require it when he needed to know the truth? Like when God wasn't sure whether it was the season of the fruit. Or maybe he prayed when there was something he couldn't do. Like when he said, I of myself can do nothing. But you took it as there's nothing he couldn't do. See, no one used to worship Jesus, so ask
that's
yourself,
even like deeper,
the concept so straightforward,
slightly darker side of thinking. I'm not so sure.
See, Jesus preached one God, but the church has failed to practice. And I mean, you don't have to be that dumb to know that 1 + 1 + 1 equaling 1 isn't necessarily going to give you a pass in mathematics. See, the church said 3, and Jesus said 1. Jesus said
one
God,
human race, huh? I guess so.
Son. Jesus never said worship me, rather he said pray, but you chosen to worship Jesus despite everything he used to say. You began to think with your emotion and forgot to think with your mind. I guess you didn't pay attention when Jesus says our Father, yet never says mine. You claim to be a follower of Christ, yet you still choose to eat swine, and you call yourselves Christians, but in your churches you're busy drinking wine. And just to clarify, I do love Jesus. Matter of fact, I love him more than you. Because when Jesus said do something, I actually do. However, I'm not connected with the church nor with the Bible. See, I love Jesus as my prophet, but refuse to worship him as an idol. Just like he wanted and proclaimed it as sin. So it doesn't really matter if they don't let him in, because Jesus wouldn't even want to be in the presence of people worshiping an idol of him.
An act of God, bolt of lightning went straight through the outstretched hand of Jesus.
This cannot be a coincidence.
Before I move on, there's something I need to mention. The worshiping of Jesus is a man-made invention. He never asked for your worship so he can grant you protection.
It's like
Rather, he
man-made
asked you
or
to alternate your
nature?
prayers towards another direction.
Damn,
To
always
God
striking.
and God only,
Always,
we
guys,
pray that He
always strike a
accepts that.
balance. This
Know that
is
just because you love Jesus doesn't mean He feels the same way about your affection. See, what you believe in is exactly what He resented. Matter of fact, it's everything He despised. See, the worshiping of creation goes against the very message He supplied. So you began to follow a religion and called it love in disguise, because love can be good, but love can be blind.
love is blind. What can be it is blind. Okay, so this whole entire concept is about him loving this guy Jesus. I'm not so sure whether if Jesus is even real or fake. I'm not so sure. In his own interpretations of how it should be like, Jesus is his idol, celebrity, inspiration idol. As per usual, he quoted a lot of things from the books. This time is from the Bible. I'm not so sure whether this whole thing is man-made, nature-made, whatever this is. I'm not going to touch on that because I have no idea. I have no knowledge about it. It would be nicest if you guys to educate me, but at the same time, our own interpretation of the things could be different. I'm not so sure if you understand what I mean. Everyone have their own perspective. I understand and I respect that. I hope after you guys watching this reaction, you guys will be able to understand, respect each other's view, which is very important to keep your mind open. But I do agree that if a person visits the worship place regularly, doesn't mean that they are a nice person, because whatever we do in our daily routines or how we affect someone else, that actually is the one they're going to determine us or differentiate us whether if we're nice or bad human. And with his contact is doesn't mean you're a follower, you're just naturally automatically you're just a Christian. What I said earlier on, like we have to strike the balance. Faith, reasons, whatever, we always have to find that middle. All in all, to better summarize my afterthoughts is that don't follow things blindly, don't believe things blindly as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to the user that have no idea how do I pronounce your name. Please let me know down in the comment section how do I pronounce your name. If you like this video, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to me if you're not already. Keep your requests coming in, go kick ass, my lovely humans.